All right. Hi, I am Ashley. I am excited to have you here because I love teaching. I love training. I love giving the support to others that have made the biggest difference into my life. So let's get ourselves started. And I tend to talk fast when I get excited. So buckle your seatbelts and let's get going. All right, girl, get a grip. And I'm going to stop my video. Okay, get a grip, how to escape the mental meltdown and clear your mind without thinking. Let me ask you, what if you could change the world by bringing more you to your world? Or would you love to feel human again and get out of your head and into your life? Do you ever feel like you just want to check out and you're just spent on, and you're literally mentally exhausted on what's going on around you or what's swirling around in your head, and you just want to feel human again so you can feel excited and engaged and looking forward to your day? Well, guess what? You are in the right place. This is for you if you feel like you're losing your marbles or you're ready to check in. You're ready to check into your life. Instead of wanting to check out, you're ready to check in. And this is for you if you feel like you're slowly falling apart and you just don't feel like you have a reason to justify why. You're not sure what's going on. You feel like you're stuck. You feel like each day you're walking through the mud and you don't get it because you've got things going for you. This is for you if you are motivated to make a difference in your life starting today. You're motivated and ready to make things happen so that you can be a real person, part of your life, enjoying what you have going on. Or if you are desperate to find the mental freedom, we've got you. You're in the right place. Who this is not for, if you aren't ready to stretch, if you're not ready to own your impact on yourself and in your life, if you're just comfortable with where you're at and you don't feel like you have the mental space, which you should be here if that's how you feel. If you don't feel like you have the mental space to disrupt the comfort that level that you're at with the things that you have going on, or if you're looking for a magic pill for a quick fix, we're not about that either. We're about real sustainable change and personal growth and development. And if you're not interested in being a better human, then what I'm about to share is not for you. Why am I doing this? Because it makes my heart happy. Being here with you, sharing what I know makes my heart happy. Giving people that, seeing that spark in them come alive and that confidence and that momentum that they're getting from just being able to clear the clutter from their head and get out of their head is just a joy for me. So thank you for sharing your time with me. And as we're going through this training, if you have an aha moment, if there's something that sparks for you, please share it in the chat because that's how we are all lifted and how we are all grow. And like I said, it charges my batteries. It makes my heart happy. So I'd love for you to share. So on the next, it's probably going to be like 20 minutes. I want to cut it down because we don't need more clutter in our heads. So I am going to show you the single thing you do now to stop the internal self-doubt and chaos, the simple way to pull yourself together when you start spiraling, and the most effective way to get out of your head and into your life and start living now. And if you stick with me, I've got a gift, how you can connect with me and I can give you more support. So hang tight. I want to be that support for you. So here's why you need to know what I know. Long story short, I get it. I've been there. I am there. We think we have to have it figured out, but here's the secret. You don't. We're constantly figuring it out. I have had different levels of struggle in my marriage and my relationship, and I'm still figuring it out, but I have the tools I need to do that and show up as my best self in that space. I'm raising kids, and we all know that's not a walk in the park. And as they transition in their life, keeps going and they're handling things, and our relationship is still developing with my kids. Again, I don't have it figured out, but I feel comfortable and confident that I can figure out where I'm at right now, because we just have to make sure that we've got ourselves together. We don't have to have the rest of the world figured out and put together. We just need to keep ourselves together. So through my experience of just learning life and my education and the things that I know and the things that I've learned, I have put together a system to help combat the anxiety of that midlife, of that struggle, of that internal chaos and self-doubt. So I believe in you and know what makes you you is what we need. It's what we need in this world. It's what we need in your corner so that we can make the world a better place. So nothing is for sale today. Like I said, I want to give you the gift at the end of the presentation where we can get connected. I can support you, get on a call with me, and I can help you dramatically change the results when it comes to this midlife struggle, this funk, this mental meltdown, in a way to have all of your all of your questions answered. And if you give me a question here, I will respond to it. So are you doing things the hard way? Quit it. Stop it. There's no reason for you to be fighting against yourself. No more tug of war in our thoughts. If you're feeling hopeless, or if you feel like there's so much going on, you're overwhelmed, you don't know how to keep it together, and you do nothing and you disconnect from your life and your relationships, and it's just slowly sucking the life out of you. Been there, done that. It's the hard way. Quit it. Don't do it anymore. It's not for you. Let me help you. Let me support you. It does not have to be this way. Let me tell you about an easier way, how you can be an anchor for others and live wholeheartedly without losing yourself. You do not have to be pushed to the side. You do not have to forget about what you need and your self-development. The results I talk here are not typical. And I do have testimonials that I don't want to share because it's not about them, it's about you. And not everyone's willing to take what I have to teach and implement them into their life. So I'm not saying that all the results are what everybody gets, but what I am saying is in this presentation is going to give you an opportunity to make the choice, take action for yourself and what might be available to you if you do these things. So now let me reveal the single thing you can do now to stop the internal chaos and self-doubt. Let me tell you a story about how you can move from struggle to thriving. And this is Amy. She is a model. She is an Olympic athlete. She's a speaker now. You can find a TED Talk on her. When she was 2 years old, she was a double amputee, and she was told that she was going to be disabled. And instead of taking on this identity, as she started to figure it out, she was able to say, okay, this is where I'm at. What can I do with it? And so she started to stretch herself instead of making it an identity of poor me, I don't know what to do. These are my limits. She said, okay, these are the limits that I have. How can I do what I can with what I do have? In her life, she says here, my life is about having the will to prove what my body can do. And she already has that shift to, okay, what can I do? What do I have? And she is just thriving. So how can this work for you? The single thing you can do to stop the internal chaos and self-doubt, you need to stretch yourself. Our comfort zone is where our identity just goes stagnant. And the reason you're here is probably because you've outgrown where you are at. It's not because you're broken. It's because you're ready for more. You're ready to give and get more out of your life. So stretching yourself out of your comfort zone is going to expand what you're capable of, what you're learning, what opportunities you have. We're not asking you to go too far, right? Here's the bonus, is that we're not asking you to stretch so far that you're in this panic zone. We're just stretching outside of the comfort zone. If you want to know how to do more of that, please get on a call with me. But I'm going to give you a couple of clues here. Stretch yourself, have your own back, and wouldn't it be cool if? Having your own back is huge. So many times we are the one that we have pitted against ourselves. Know that as you stretch yourself, you are able to say, hey, I've got you. I know what you're doing. I know that you're stretching. I know that you're trying to do what's best for us. As long as you can own that, own your impact on your own growth, then you're being able to move out the self-doubt, what other people are saying, what other judgments might be there, the doubt that you have in yourself, the way you're questioning yourself. You can push all that to the side and know that you got your own back. And then I want you to answer this question. Wouldn't it be cool if? And on your worksheet, if you printed that out, write down, wouldn't it be cool if? Because as soon as you finish that sentence, you're now opening your mind to more opportunity. where you can start to stretch yourself. Wouldn't it be cool if? So many things that you can do. I don't know where you're at in your life, whether you've got kids that are growing up, if you're an empty nester, I don't care what age you are. Wouldn't it be cool if you can still stretch yourself at any age? Wouldn't it be cool if I learned how to cook? My husband's military. Wouldn't it be cool if while he's gone, I picked up this new skill of woodworking and could do some projects around the house? That's a stretch for me. Wouldn't it be cool if? But if I've got my own back and I'm willing to stretch myself, now I've opened myself to opportunity and learning and growth. Next, the simple way to pull yourself together when you start spiraling. Do you know how to do this? Do you have any tricks? If you do, put them in the chat, but I'm going to share some with you. I'm going to tell you the story about how to evolve and being gracefully resilient. And this is a picture evolving from a little boy named Austin kindergarten. And he did this first picture where you see his name on there, took it to his class and was open to what others had to say. And they gave him some feedback on what to do. And he changed his picture and went back again. They said, oh, okay, you did this. This looks more like it. This looks good. Maybe you could try this and this. He goes back. Number 3 goes back. Number 4 goes back. Number 5. And then you see number 6. What did he do? He drew a picture, needed it to improve, stretched himself, evolved, and then look at the result that he got. So the simple way you can pull yourself together when you start spiraling is clear the clutter. We don't need all that extra stuff. We just need to know this is the result that I'm wanting to get. This is the direction that I'm going, and only take in information, feedback, support in that space. And be flexible. Again, we're trying to evolve. We're trying to stretch ourselves. So be flexible, be understanding, be compassionate with yourself. Do you know how to do that? Is that something that a skill that you have? If not, please stay to the end and get on a call with me. Then the other thing you can do is physically stand taller. So we're going to clear out the clutter. We're going to clear all this mess that's going on in our head. And one, take a deep breath, right? Be flexible. Whew. And then stand a little taller. I'm not saying stick your nose up in the air. I'm saying just be comfortable in your own skin. Be comfortable in knowing what you're doing to stretch yourself. Be comfortable in knowing that, hey, I'm probably going to mess this up, but I'm working it out. I've got this. I love that. I got this. If you're ever struggling, just remember, I've got this. You've got your own back, and tell your physical body, communicating with your mind, that you can do this. You're working it out. So physically stand taller so that they communicate together, so that you can support yourself in the best way. All right, next is the most effective way to get out of your head and into your life and start living now. No more sidelines, no more robot mode, going through the motions, and no more, everyone, I think it's a mom thing, but you always you hear about being outsourced, right? Outsourcing different things. I feel like everybody else outsources to me, to you, you know what I mean? Everyone around you, you're the one that's doing all the intake from the outsourcing. So sometimes we get so bombarded that we get in our heads, we take on too much, and we are in the passenger seat of our life. So how can you start living now? Let me tell you a little bit of a sketchy story about making things happen and getting positive momentum, because that's what we're here for. We want that positive momentum. We don't want to be weighed down and bombarded. We want to be able to be flexible and confident and start getting positive momentum, because you are the artist of your life and you don't give someone else the paintbrush. So have you ever picked up a wrapped package from a stranger and then mailed it to somebody else? I hope not, but there was this painting that was in Italy that I just loved, and I didn't buy it. And a couple of years went by and I still wanted this painting. So I reached out a friend of a friend was living there still, and she was able to get it for me. She picked up this package and mailed it to me. And I thought, one, bless her heart, that she was willing to do that for me, and how grateful I was to have it. But what did I do? I made things happen. I contacted the artist. I found a friend of a friend that was still there, had people support me. I put myself into action. And as I checked off each little box, I was able to get positive momentum, eventually have this painting in my house. So how can you do this? How can you use this? How is the most effective way for you to get out of your head and into your life and start living now? One is to get in the driver's seat. Don't worry about what other people are saying. Don't worry about all the things that could go wrong and the worry and the stress. We need to filter all of that out and then own your impact. Own your impact. I want you to own it. I want you to own what you've got going on in your life. I want you to own the good and the bad. Get that paintbrush. You've got shadows, you've got dark spaces, but we're not smearing those across our painting. You put yourself in the driver's seat, you own your impact, and you can make those accents and then bring more of you, more of the color of who you are into that piece of artwork as it continues to evolve. Remember, we are evolving, but we've got to own it. We've got to own the impact we have on ourselves. We've got to own the impact of the thoughts and the things that we're intaking, the social media time that we're doing, the people that we're talking to. We've got to own the impact that that's having on ourselves. And then we can own the impact that we're having on other people, changing your world by bringing more of you to it. And then shifting your focus to what you do have. So often we think about what we don't have. I don't have this painting. Well, I knew I didn't have it, but what did I do? What did I have? I had friends, I had contacts, I had support, I had the contact information for the artist. That's what I did, and that's where we started. So how can you do this? How can you use this in your life right now? Are you in a big transition? Are your kids going off to college? Are you in a move? Are you changing careers? Where are you in your life? How can you put yourself in the driver's seat, own your impact, and then shift to what you do have to start making that positive momentum? Our minds are going to tell so many other things. Again, we're going to have this tug of war in ourselves, and it's going to paralyze us from making any sort of action. Get in the driver's seat, clear out all those things that aren't supporting you, and start moving forward. So if you're wondering how you can use this, here's how. One, you can get my support, my help, my coaching, because it makes my heart happy. And you can have that momentum for yourself. You need to be real with your reality, where you're at right now, what's going on, the thoughts that are in your head. Be real with it, face it. And sometimes that can be scary because you become vulnerable with yourself. Sometimes we don't want to look at ourselves, but here is the opportunity to do it in a safe place. You can make memories and enjoy them, and you can break down and have a bad day because that is life, but you can still stretch into your potential. Your world doesn't have to be pushed to the side, and you can make the difference in the world by bringing more of you to it. Can I get an amen? Do we agree? Get on board. Yes, please. Now I promise you to teach you 3 things. The single thing you can do now to stop the internal self-doubt and chaos, the simple way to pull yourself together when you start spiraling, and the most effective way to get out of your head and into your life and start living now. Now, here's the real opportunity that I see for you. You crave a soul makeover and want to rediscover that oomph you had for life. Now is the opportunity. Your actions are what count. You can be authentically connected to your life and get more out of your head and into your life. You don't have to be the victim of your struggle, but you can be gracefully resilient and grounded. You can check in. You can be in the driver's seat. The good news is it's not about whether you're capable of stepping into the version of yourself that you want to evolve into right now. It's whether you can take that one step and learn the rest as you go. And if you were willing to do it with the right help along the way. So what you need to win, you need the right mindset, you need the right system, and you need the right help. So there's two choices you've got. You can think that was neat and move on. You can, the thought that counts doesn't work here. Action is what's going to make the difference in your life. So you can make things happen. You can go back to doing things the old way, dragging yourself, walking through mud, being disconnected from your life, being anxious and stressed and having that bombardment in your mind of thoughts and struggle. Or you can start making things happen for yourself today. Would you like me to give you a plan to achieve a clear mind without thinking, stress-free, and feeling confident, feeling excited to get up and start your day? I'm happy to help you develop the plan to elevate your thinking, boost your spirits, and live life bigger. And I promise I will not pester you or pressure you in any way, but I want you to get on a call with me. I want to support you the best way that I can. And this is my gift to you. And in fact, I know that time is the most precious commodity of all. So if you do get on a call with me and you feel like I wasted your time, I will send you a $50 Amazon gift certificate to say thank you for your time. Thank you for sharing this space with me. And we will part as friends. Does that sound fair? Good deal. So this call, who is this for? Who is my coaching for? You must be willing to transform the way you see yourself. You must engage wholeheartedly in the work, and you must be open to a new way of thinking. And you must be able to take responsibility for your actions and your results. If you can say yes to that, then yes, I want to help you. I want to support you. I do offer coaching. I do offer a coaching program, a training, and I only want people in it who are willing and say yes to these things here. If you want to get on a call with me, that's the groundwork. That's where we've got to start. Get on a call so that you can start making changes and transformations now. If the program is not for you, no worries, no sweat. We can still be friends. So if you can say yes to all of this, I will get on a call with you. Schedule by clicking the link now, and there will be a few questions. And after you answer those questions, then I know we'll be on the same page and know what you're trying to accomplish, the results that you're trying to get, and I can support you. So click the button you see now. We have a 48-hour window available for 15 people. I want to support you. I want to see that spark. So glad that you were here with me today. Again, I want to give you some time to get yourself scheduled. So I'm going to slow down for a second and tell you, I'm going to help you in 3 ways on this call. I will talk to you about your biggest challenge right now. I will help you solve it. And I will help you set up a plan customized for you and what you're going through so you can reach your end goal without making it another chore in your to-do list, not another thing to bombard you in your mind. Make it simple. Let's make it happen. Click the button you see now, and we do have 15 spots in the next 48 hours. You can do the QR code if you want. I'm trying to think of anything else that I missed. Yeah, I'm just grateful that you were here. I am grateful that I do have my training available for you to help you get to that next space so you can start living your life now. Okay, any other questions, please let me know. Join my Facebook group, but get on a call and let's make things happen.